Hey everyone, Jen Loves Wrestling here. Hope you are having a great day. Hope you're all staying happy, healthy, and safe today. I've had a very busy day. We are within an hour of Raw, so we're going to try and put this video in the fast lane. See what I did there? And get right to the pay-per-view from last night. We are going to start with pre-show Riddle vs. Ali. I think the writing was on the wall with this one since they announced it was on the pre-show. Pretty good indicator that the title was not going to change, and it didn't. Riddle retained, and Ali had more problems with Retribution, which has been building up the past few weeks. Whenever Retribution loses, Ali blames them. Whenever Ali blames them, or whenever Ali loses, he still blames them. So no matter what happens, it's Retribution's fault. It's the other members of Retribution's fault. It's never Ali's fault. And I guess I don't personally have a Twitter, but I've been told that also on Twitter, even before this match, the members of Retribution were kind of distancing themselves from Retribution and Ali, kind of showing indications of their old characters and just doing, things on Twitter. Like, for example, T-Bar unfollowed everybody but Mace, which hopefully means that they're going to be a tag team because I like the idea of them together. So this has kind of been a long time coming. This has been building. I think it is finally time to pull the plug on this. I know Retribution's kind of been losing steam. Not a lot of people are behind them anymore. I don't hate Retribution, but my biggest problem with them was the irony of the whole Retribution, everything that they are, because they came together because in story WWE was underutilizing them. They were being misused, mistreated. They were being treated like misfit toys. And now the past few weeks, Ali has been disrespecting them and mistreating them and blaming them for everything. So it kind of contradicts the whole point of what Retribution was supposed to be about, I guess. We'll see where that goes from there with the members of Retribution. Looks like they're done with Ali, so we'll see what happens next for them. First match on the main card was Shayna and Nia versus Bianca and Sasha Banks. The champions retained here, Shayna and Nia. And the one thing that I really liked about this match was, even though going into the match, there was a story of tension between both teams, between the team members. Shayna had accidentally hit Nia, and, it was an accident, but that created tension between them. Sasha and Bianca are obviously WrestleMania opponents, so there is no love lost there. But it started out with Shayna and Nia were the ones that were mostly not getting along during the beginning of this match, and then kind of towards the end of the match it switched, where Bianca and Banks couldn't get along. So it was kind of an interesting story arc there. I think this was the right result, though. I'm not a huge fan. I think they could have gone with Sasha and Bianca, and then Shayna and Nia would break up and they would feud. I just don't like the idea of Bianca and Sasha being tag team champions and then going into feuding at WrestleMania. I think you're using up too many titles and it's not making sense. I know WWE loves when there's dissension within a team, but I just felt it's unnecessary. I feel like they don't need that to build their story. They're already there. So the next match was Big E, who we are going to rename Angry, versus Apollo. This is the story of, other than an Intercontinental title match and a personal feud, two men whose characters have gone through a lot of changes lately. One of these I'm a fan of, and one of these I'm not. Not really feeling the whole shaky, angry Big E thing. It's such a distance from his old personality, and I get it. He's mad at, this feud has become so personal. He's mad at being attacked and all this kind of stuff. I think this is gonna lead to a great payoff at WrestleMania, hopefully for Apollo. But I don't. It's just his promos are weird to me. It's a personal taste. It's so that's just me. But I'm not into this version of Big E. Apollo's character desperately needed refreshing for a while now. The dude is great in the ring, but not really much else going on. This is something new for him. I like it. I can get behind it. I think it's interesting. We'll see where it goes. And Big E retained his Intercontinental title here, but Apollo beat him down after the match. And I think that this is going to progress their feud and lead to them going at it at Mania. Stroman versus Elias. Probably my least favorite match of the card. Not too much going on here. Was supposed to be Stroman versus Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon injured his knee training for the match. He sends in Elias, who wants to do a favor for Shane so he can get a spot at Mania. So we have Elias versus Strowman, pretty much a squash match. Strowman wins this one. Nakamura versus Seth Rollins. You know what? It had potential to honestly be better than it was. Probably, and I love both these guys, so it pains me to say, probably my second least favorite match of the night. Just, you know, again, a pretty cut and dry match. So it wasn't that. I don't think it was to the level that these guys put on, but I understand that it was just a stepping stone in the story between Seth and Cesaro. So Seth picked up the win there. Then it starts to get real good. Last 3 matches in the night, fantastic. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Oh my God, these guys. Sheamus is back. Like, I get that he's pale, but holy moly, oh my gosh. I was hurt just looking at that. These guys really put their bodies on the line. Show this match to anybody who says wrestling's fake, because these guys went at it. Amazing match. Brutal, excruciating match. Fun to watch, but oh my goodness, they are feeling that today. Drew picked up the win here. I wish they could have, I don't know. I wish they could have worked it out at the end. Little handshake, little hug, a little, you know, snuggle, something, I don't know. But, yeah, no, they weren't having it. Sheamus was down because he was severely messed up from that match, and rightfully so. Drew also tried to hit his pose at the end, and he had to do it twice because he was in a lot of pain, and you could just tell that this match was just to the next level brutality with these guys. Those kendo sticks were getting a lot of use. Bliss versus Orton. I don't really know how you analyze this one. I loved it. I will say that. We'll start at the beginning. Everything from the very beginning when Bliss came out. Even before Bliss came out, Randy had the black stuff coming from his mouth again after he hit his pose. So then Bliss's music hits, and it's like 4 different friggin' versions of Bliss's music, which I thought was great. I thought it was so creepy. It actually gave me chills. It was great. You guys can tell from my background. I mentioned it before. Big horror fan. And this hit the mark for me. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed all of the little girl creepy horror stuff that Bliss was doing. She made the lighting fall from the rafters. She made fireballs. And then she made the Fiend appear. The Fiend is back. He came out from under the ring. And he looks like a burnt up version of the Fiend, and he looks really creepy, and he looks like Jason after like 8 movies. He looks like he's been through some stuff. So, yeah, the Fiend is back, and this match was obviously not a match, so it's hard to really analyze it, but I loved it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was great. Okay, so your main event of the night, Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. This video is going longer than I hoped it would, but we have a lot still to cover on this one. I'm going to try and go through it. Edge was the special enforcer. This was a title match, and this was also to see who was going to face Edge at WrestleMania. Edge, again, it was the special enforcer, was on the outside of the match for the vast majority of the match and just let these 2 guys go. And it was kind of weird. It was like there was times where you almost actually forgot Edge was out there. That is because, number 1, I think that's what WWE wanted you to do. And number 2, it's because Reigns and Daniel Bryan were doing such a fantastic job in the ring. This, for the majority of this match, was just a great wrestling match, honestly. The bells and whistles and all the craziness came at the end, but it was so enjoyable even up to that. Like, just as a pure match, it was wonderful to watch by 2 wonderful wrestlers that I'm a fan of both. Really enjoyed this. So finally it got a little crazy when Daniel Bryan accidentally took out the referee. Edge came in there to, be the, because he was a special enforcer, so he felt like, he was now needed in the ring because there was no ref. So Daniel Bryan accidentally took out Edge as well. A lot of mistakes from Daniel Bryan there. But it did not pay off for him. Roman actually did tap during this match, but because Edge was taken out, because the referee was taken out, there was nobody around to see it. So when Edge was able to come to his senses, he was not happy. He took out everyone with the chair. He was very angry, shouting everywhere, all this kind of stuff. A new ref came in, and Roman rolled over onto Daniel Bryan for the 3, retaining his title. And I'm hoping that this leads to a triple threat at WrestleMania with these guys. Okay, guys, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'm also hopefully planning on getting that Twitch and YouTube YouNow channel that I've been talking about going, maybe as early as this week, but we'll see. So hopefully there'll be some new content for you guys, but pay attention to this channel for updates, and I love you, and have a good night. Mwah. Bye.